Weeks after the devastating event with FTX that seemed like it would usher in the end of the crypto industry, one of the top leaders in the crypto space and CEO of one of the largest crypto exchange platforms breaks his silence and speaks hope to all crypto enthusiasts. In an interview, he offers hope for the crypto industry and tells them that there'll be a bounce back as this isn't the end of crypto just yet. The CEO of Binance, Changpeng Zhao, popularly known as CZ, has over the weeks tried to maintain a low profile despite the many storms rocking the crypto space. He's remained silent days after withdrawing from a deal with Sam Bankman-Fried and still silent all through the period of the FTX Alameda implosion. You will recall that CZ had wanted to strike a deal with FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried to save his company and prevent them from filing for bankruptcy, a deal which didn't go through, right? For weeks, crypto enthusiasts and traders have been curious to know what must have gone down that made CZ pull out. I know you're curious too, and I'll be sharing his reason as told in an interview with you. But before we get into that, kindly hit the like button for this video and also subscribe to our channel to get more videos on trending crypto news and current affairs in the finance sector from major industry leaders. Are you ready? Let's dive in. CZ finally spoke at the Indonesian FinTech Summit, breaking his week-long silence since pulling his exchange out of a deal to rescue FTX. While many experts and even enthusiasts may have known what happened to FTX, CZ, speaking at the conference, offered a detailed timeline of the events that sparked the collapse of FTX Alameda, which would have ushered in an apocalypse for the entire crypto industry. He began by stating that the problem with FTX, although it looks recent, has been there much longer than most people ever realized or even noticed. Zhao pointed out that the FTX problem started after a CoinDesk article published on November 2nd reported that the majority of equity in Alameda Research, which is the trading company owned by Sam Bankman-Fried, was in FTX's own FTT token rather than in a fiat currency or even another digital asset. With this report published, investors got to know about Alameda being connected to FTX. Obviously, they became worried about the relationship between the two companies, but it didn't end there. Many of them became restless and wanted to know the real value of FTT, FTX, and Alameda, as their money was all tied in one of the three, and they clearly wanted to know the relationship between them. And when it seemed like the ground wasn't leveled anymore, and it was clear that FTX may be on some sinking sand, investors decided to pull out their money. And like other investors, CZ also had invested in a lot of FTT coins. In the interview in Indonesia, he said his team said to him,
"Hey CZ, we still have this. We still have a lot of FTT coins. Like what? Should we sell it? Sure, why not?"
Just a day after having this conversation with his team, Whale Alert reported that there was a massive transaction of over $580 million in FTT, which was transferred to Binance.com. CZ, still speaking, said that one of the members of his team met him and said,
"CZ, this is our transfer." I was like, "Well, really? You sure?" Yeah, he's sure.
Zhao inspected the situation and saw that there could be some panic in the crypto community and rumors could start spreading as the conversation within the community progresses. He and his team had to decide if they needed to explain what just happened or not, but it didn't take long to reach a decision. After a few hours, CZ made a quick decision. Still speaking at the conference,
It's like, yeah, sure, we should be transparent about it. And then he said, "CZ, you should write a tweet because we don't like what we call the interns. Our PR team says we don't really know how to write this particular one. This is quite sensitive."
and CZ agreed. He said that he just wrote a tweet in a few minutes as he was leaving to meet up with his friends ahead of their trip together in Indonesia. The tweet read, "As part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly $2.1 billion equivalent in cash, BUSD, and FTT combined. Due to recent revelations that have come to light, we've decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books." He goes further to clarify, "I wanted to explain how we had this much," he said. "Like, we can't just have $580 million of FTT all of a sudden." CZ clearly understood how important it was for people to understand that Binance didn't purchase its FTT stake on secondary markets, but rather got it from its equity exit from FTX in 2021. He continues,
So I said that, and then I didn't know my phone will blow up like over the rest of the evening. So, and I also didn't know, like, no, the second day I said, look, I didn't know this is the, I think the word we used was the straw that broke the camel's back. I thought it was just causing a lot of waves in the Twitter, in the community.
And that was exactly what it was. That tweet was exactly the straw that broke the camel's back. CZ may have not known how big the issue was until he woke up the next day to discover that the situation was even bigger than he had thought. CZ continues,
24 hours later, Sam calls me and says, hey, CZ, can we talk? Okay.
At first, he said he thought SBF would propose an OTC deal, enabling them to get all the negative comments out and restore confidence in the market, but it seems like Sam was more concerned about some bigger issues and wanted to get to a solution. They had a discussion, and Sam made some proposals. However, it was clear that CZ was more interested in protecting the interest of the users. He even made this clear to Sam by stating that they need to protect the users, and CZ goes further to state that Sam made some other proposals. He didn't really go into specifics, but stated that the deal was never attractive from a business perspective, and he was able to see the whole. CZ stated that the terms of the deal weren't favorable, and Binance had a superior product, that they do have a larger user base than FTX as well. He also pointed out the superiority of the Binance product, how there's no feature that FTX has that Binance doesn't. But yet, at this point, CZ was still waiting to explore a possible deal just for the sake of the users in the platform and for the overall stability of the crypto industry. But things got bleaker when a new investigation by the US regulatory agency revealed FTX's misappropriation of user funds, and that was enough red flags for CZ to back off. He continues,
we're like, okay, we can't touch that anymore. So, and then we said, look, and then as soon as I understood we couldn't touch it anymore, I said, let's make that announcement as quickly as possible, because we don't want to do a slow no. If we're going to do a no, we do a quick no. That's one of my principles in business. So then this way we don't drag on for a long time.
And then came the announcement of its pulling out of the FTX deal by CZ. While many have criticized CZ for making this announcement prematurely, he clarified that it was necessary that Binance announce this as soon as possible to remove any lingering uncertainty that was plaguing the market.
As you can see, when the deal was going on, the deal was happening, crypto was dropping. Uncertainty is actually worse than negative news.
So CZ sent out a tweet. As a result of corporate due diligence, as well as the latest news reports regarding mishandled customer funds and alleged US agency investigations, we've decided that we will not pursue the potential acquisition of FTX.com. And we know how everything went down afterwards. How after this tweet, the whole FTX implosion was triggered. The scandals, the many other discoveries that ensued after a series of investigations, the issues from customers complaining about missing funds, and so much more. But despite this many scary happenings in the crypto space, and the fear that has dominated the hearts of many recently, Zhao is still certain that crypto is here to stay. Zhao said he thinks conditions today mirror the early days of the 2008 economic crisis.
I think that's probably an accurate analogy. I think we just seen another very big player going down. FTX is big. So with such a big player going down, it's devastating for the industry.
He also points out how there will now be better regulation, unlike what was done before. Previously, regulators were more focused on Know Your Customers or KYC and anti-money laundering or AML policies. But with this current state of the cryptocurrency space, more attention will be drawn to monitoring and regulating the operations of exchanges, and that will be a good thing going forward.
I've always been saying, look, you got to focus on the exchange operations. Business models, proof of reserves, where the user funds. We're in a new industry, there's a lot of risks, and we need to learn how to deal with those risks and how to build a much healthier industry.
And while this may be the case now, we're certain with FTX still trying to fix their troubles, Binance still remains an exchange that can be trusted. So even if you're still worried, like and subscribe to our videos, and with updates like this, your faith will be restored. You can also share this video with your crypto pals and trading communities. It can only get better from here. Until next time, bye for now.